Okay, so they say the first question is the exponent of 5 in prime factorization of 3750 is. So if we do the prime factorization of 3750 and we divide 3750 by prime factors, we're going to get the distribution of 3750 as 2 into 2 into 3, rather not 2 into 2, but just 2 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. So this is what is the prime factorization of 3750 is. So we can write down this as 2 to the power 1 into the 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 4. So this is how we can write them as, and we can see that the exponent of 5 in the prime factorization is nothing but 4 is available here. So the right answer for this question is option B, 4. Now, the graph of polynomial px cuts the x-axis at 3 points and touches it at 2 other points also. So the number of zeros at px is, okay. So the number of zero can be calculated by, number of zeros can be calculated by, it can be calculated by number of times the graph cuts x-axis, number of times graph cuts x-axis, plus similarly number of times the graph even touches x-axis. So this is how we can calculate the number of zeros. So how many times the graph cuts the x-axis? As they write 3 points, so it is going to be 3. How many times the graph touches the x-axis? They say 2. So 3 plus 2 is going to be 5. So that is the right answer. Option number D is right, 5 times. Now, the value of x and y satisfying the two equations 32x plus 33y equal to 34 and 33x plus 32y equal to 31 respectively are. So the two equations can be written as 32x plus 33y is equal to 34. Let us assign this as first equation. Next one is 33x plus 32y is equal to 31. That is going to be the second equation. Okay, between first and second, if we subtract equation second from 1, okay, if we subtract, like we do 1 minus 2, if we do like this 1 minus 2, what do we get? 1 minus 2 if we do, so we're gonna get minus x plus y is equal to 3. So that is what is the third equation if we achieve. And similarly, if we add first and second, okay, there we subtracted, and if we add first and second, let us add equation number 1 and 2. So what do we get if we add? So we're going to get 65x plus 65y is equal to 65. We can take the 65 common, so the equation reduces to x plus y equal to 1. So let us name this as equation number 4. So right now we have two equations, 3 and 4. Now, if we add these 3 and 4, equation number 3 plus 4, if you do, what do we get? The x and x get cancelled. So we get 2y is equal to 4, which gives us y equal to 2. With the value of y equal to 2, we can put this y equal to 2 in any other equation. Let us put it here. So what do we get? X plus 2 is equal to 1. So x value comes out to be minus 1. So these are the two value that we get. X value is coming out to be minus 1 and y value is coming out to be 2. This is the ultimate solution of the two equation, which is available in which of the option? It is available in option number A. So that is going to be the right answer. Now, the next question says A 3 root 3, B 0 comma 0 and C 3k are the three vertices of an equilateral triangle ABC. Then the value of k is. So see, if there is an equilateral triangle, then side AB will be equal to side BC is equal to side CA. That's how it goes. So we'll have to use the distance formula for that. For distance formula is nothing but x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. That is the distance formula, x1 minus x2 and y1 minus 2 whole square. So the distance of AB will be the coordinate of A and the coordinate of B will be taken together. So we can write it like this. So distance between AB can be calculated as root 3 minus 0 whole square, because that is the coordinate of x1 and x2, plus root 3 minus 0 whole square. So that becomes AB is equal to, the another one can be taken as 3 minus 0 whole square, okay, plus k minus 0 whole square. So these are the two things can be taken together to find out the k value. What do we get here? We are getting 9 plus 3 is equal to under root of 9 plus k square. Okay, if we solve this further, we're going to get 9 plus k square is going to be 12, which gives us k square value as 3, and which gives us k value as plus minus root 3. So these are the two values of k we are getting. So we have to see among the option which was going to be right answer. So minus root 3 is already given, so the option C becomes the right answer, C. Now the next question, in figure DE parallel BC, this is not D single line, the figure given is DE parallel BC, AD is equal to 2 centimeter, BD is given, then area of triangle ABC is to area of triangle ADE. That's what we have to calculate. Area of triangle ABC to area of triangle ADE. So if you look at the question, so as they say, the BC is parallel to DE. So these two lines are parallel. So we can obviously apply BPT here. We can easily apply the basic proportionality theorem, which says AB AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is what we can write. So how much is that? AD by DE can be calculated as 2 by 3 is equal to AE by EC. So that is going to be the ratio AE by EC. Now, if we have to suppose to calculate the area, so there is one more theorem which relates that area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle ADE will be equal to the one of the side of ABC, that is going to be AD plus DB over, and the whole square of that over the complete side AB. Okay, so the complete, so AB is already written AD plus DB, so another side can be taken as AD, so that is just 2. Okay, so this is how it can be written. So now AD plus DB is giving me 5, so 5 square over 2 square, rather 2 square, so that is coming out to be 25 by 4. So the area of triangle ABC to the area of triangle ADC is nothing but 25 by 4. That is the right option, D. Let's have the next one. Cot theta is equal to 1 upon root theta. The value of sec square theta plus cosec square theta is to be calculated. So if you look at this question, cot theta value is already given. Cot theta is already given out to be 1 upon root 3, and which is available for cot 60 only. Okay. Cot can be holding the value of 1 upon root 3 at cot 60 degree only. So this gives us theta value as 60 degree. Now we have an expression to solve. The expression is sec square theta plus cosec square theta. Okay, so in place of theta, we can put 60. So sec square 60 plus cosec square 60. This is what we can calculate. So we know the values of sec 60 and cos 60. So it's going to be, the value of sec 60 is nothing but 2. So sec square 60 will be 2 square, plus value of cosec 60 is nothing but 2 by root 3. 2 by root 3. So cosec square 60 will be 2 by root 3's whole square. If we solve this further, this is nothing but 4 plus 4 by 3, which gives us ultimately 16 by 3, or 5 1 by 3. So that is the right answer, which is available in option number D, 5 1 by 3. Next, the area of a quadrant of a circle where the circumference of a circle is 176 meter. So the circumference of a circle is given by 2 pi r. The value of that is given as 176 meter. This is what they have given. Now, if the 2 pi r is equal to 176 meter, then we can write pi r value as 176 by 2. That is nothing but 88 meter. So we know now the pi r value as 88 meter. Okay, we can use the 22 by 7 thing also, but that can be used as it is, because we are not supposed to find out the radius. We are supposed to find out the another thing. So in place of radius, we can write 88 by pi only meter, and without solving pi value as 22 by 7. Now we have to find out the area of a quadrant. Area of a quadrant of a circle is given by area of the circle divided by 4, that is pi r square divided by 4. Area of circle divided by 4. Now, so what we can do here, we can replace the value of r as 88 by pi. So we're going to get pi into 88, pi by 4 into 88 by pi's whole square. This is what we have kept the r value from the first part of the question. So which gives us, if we expand pi, then this gives us 22 into 88 by 4 into 22, and 7 goes on the upside. Okay, if we solve this further, this gives us 88 into 7 at the very last. which is nothing but 616, which is nothing but 616 meters square. So this is what is the area of quadrant coming. The final value is 616 meters square. That is the area of the quadrant coming finally, which is available in the option number C. So that becomes the right answer. Now, question number 8. For an event PE plus PE bar equal to X, then value of X cube minus 3 is. So we can know that probability plus the probability of a complement is equal to 1, because the ultimate probability of any event is 1. So probability of being that event and probability of not being that event, the sum of them will always be 1. So if we do this, and they have given in the equation, they have given in place of 1 as x, so we can easily relate the x value is equal to 1. So if we put this x equal to 1 in the expression given to us, so x value 1 is 1 cube minus 3. That is nothing but 1 minus 3, that is nothing but minus 2. So the right answer becomes option number A, minus 2. Now the next question, what is the greatest possible speed at which a girl can walk 95 meter and 175 meter in the exact number of minutes? So this can be done using the HCF concept or the highest common factor concept. Okay, as we know that we have to do the prime factorization of 95 first. That is nothing but 5 into 19. These are the two prime factors. Similarly, if you do the prime factorization of 171, that is nothing but 9 into 19. These are the factors. Okay, now, if you see, if you want to calculate the HCF, HCF is nothing but 19. So the highest common factor between them is 19. So 19 is the number that can divide both 95 and 171, and that is the greatest number, that greatest divisor out of them. So that's what is going to be the speed, only 90 meter per minute, because that can divide, that is the greatest value that can divide both the 95 and 171. So that is the right answer, 19 meter per minute. Next. In a figure, the graph of polynomial px is shown. The number of zeros of px is, okay. Number of zero, as we did in the earlier question also, number of zeros is nothing but number of times graph cuts x-axis plus number of times graph touches x-axis. Graph touches x-axis. This is how we can calculate. So how many times the graph is touching? It is touching at, cutting at A, cutting at B, and cutting at C also. So we can write this as 3 plus 0. That is nothing but 3. So the right answer becomes for this question is 3. So number of zeros are simply 3. Next one, two lines are given to be parallel. The equation of one of these lines is 3x minus 2y equal to 5. The equation of the second line can be, okay. So let us assume, let us relate this particular equation as, we can rewrite this equation as 3x minus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. If we relate this with a1x plus b2y b1y plus c1 equal to 0, we can get the value of a1 as 3, we can get the value of b1 as minus 2, and we can get the value of c1 as minus 5. So these are the value that we are getting. Now what do we have to do is that they are saying the two lines of two lines have to be parallel. So let's assume the second line. Let the second line is, nothing but is a2x plus b2y plus c2. Let this be the second line. Okay, so for two lines to be parallel, okay, there is a rule that for two lines to be parallel to each other together, to be parallel to each other, the condition is a1 by a2, that is the coefficient of x square, should be equal to b1 by b2, that is the coefficient of x, and should not be equal to c1 by c2, that is the ratio of the coefficient, the ratio of the constants. Okay, so this is the condition. So let us have the first option. The first option, that is A, is available with us. That is 9x plus 8y equal to minus 7 equal to 0. So if we assume this as A2, this as B2, and this as C2, and let us try to figure out A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. So what do we get as A1 by A2? Obviously the A1 value remains 3. A2 value, B1 value remains minus 2, and C1 value remains minus 5. So if we do A1 by A2, so A1 by A2 comes out to be 3 by 9. And if we do B1 by B2, it comes out to be minus 2 by 8. That is nothing but minus 1 by 4. So we can see that A1 by A2 is not becoming equal to B1 by B2. So obviously the condition is not true. So we can reject the option A. Let us have the option B. The option B says minus 12x minus 8y minus 7 equal to 0. So we can easily relate this is our A2, this is our B2, and this is our C2. Now, if we again do A1 by A2, so that comes out to be, in the second case, comes out to be 3 by minus 12, that is nothing but minus 1 by 4. And on the other hand, if we do B1 by B2, that comes out to be 2 by 8. Okay. Rather, it comes out to be minus 2 by minus 8. That ultimately cancels to 2 by 8. That is nothing but 1 by 4. Now, we can again see that A1 by A2 is not becoming equal to B1 by B2 for this case as well. So, obviously, this doesn't satisfy the condition also. Let us have the third option now, where the line is minus 12x plus 8y minus 7 equal to 0. So we can identify this is our A2, this is our B2, and this is our C2. Now, if we do A1 by A2, what does it give us? A1 by A2 for the third case is 3 by minus 12, that is nothing but minus 1 by 4. What is coming B1 by B2? B1 by B2 for the third case is coming out to be minus 2 by 8, that is nothing but minus 1 by 4. So we can see that A1 by A2 is becoming equal to B1 by B2. Both the things are getting equal. So then we'll verify the third one. It should not be equal to C1 by C2. Let us do it here. So what is going to be C1 by C2? C1 by C2 is going to be minus 5 divided by minus 7, that is nothing but 5 by 7, and which is obviously not equal to any one of them, A1 by A2 or B1 by B2. So this is completely verifying the condition of two lines being parallel, that A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 and should not be equal to C1 by C2. So that is the right answer. Option C is that line which is parallel to the line given. So option C is the right answer. Now, three vertices of a parallelogram A, B, C, D are A this, B this, and C this. The ordinate of the fourth vertex is. So if it is a parallelogram, let us draw the parallelogram. Okay. Let us draw the parallelogram like that. Okay. So this is that parallelogram they're talking about. So let us name the points. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Let us write the coordinate as well. The coordinate of A is 1, comma 4. Coordinate of B is minus 2 comma 3. Coordinate of C is 5 comma 8, and coordinate of D is yet to be found out. So let us name the coordinate of D as x comma y. Let's create the diagonals of the parallelogram. So these are the two diagonals of the parallelogram. Let us have the center value as O, and let us name the diagonals, the O point as x1 comma y1. These are the 2 points, x1 comma y1. Now, as we know that in a parallelogram, the diagonals diagonals bisect each other. Okay, diagonals bisect each other. Okay, that means O is the midpoint of the diagonals. Midpoint O is the midpoint of the diagonals. Okay, O is the midpoint of the diagonal. So let us use this fact for the first set of value. Okay, so let us use this for AC. If we have the A and C line, we know the coordinate of A and C as well. And we have O here, x1 comma y1, as in the figure given. A's coordinate and C's coordinate are also available. So we can find out the x1 coordinate as, we can apply the midpoint formula, which is x1 plus x2 by 2. So it is going to be 1 plus 5 by 2, that is nothing but 3. And if we use for y coordinate, y1 is going to be y1 plus y2 by 2, that is 4 plus 8 by 2, that is nothing but, see, the coordinate of x1 y1 have come out to be 3 comma 6. Okay, this is what is x1 by 2. So the same coordinate can be applied to the other side of the side, that is, we have a side BD as well. Okay, side like this, and where the O's, the center coordinate, the midpoint coordinate have already come as 3 comma 6. Okay, coordinate of this line has come, and B's coordinate we know and D's coordinate we know. So we can apply the midpoint formula again here. So now the x coordinate 3 is going to be x1 plus x2 by 2. Now x1 x2 can be decided from point B and D. So x coordinate can be calculated as x1 plus x2 by 2. So the coordinate of B is minus 2 plus x is unknown divided by 2. So if we solve this, okay, if we solve this, we're gonna get uh, if we solve this further, so we're gonna get the ordinate of the, okay. So we have to find out the ordinate, not the abscissa rather. So x coordinate becomes the abscissa. So we'll not calculate the abscissa. We'll rather calculate the ordinate. Ordinate is nothing but the y coordinate. Ordinate is nothing but the y coordinate of a point. So we'll directly calculate only y coordinate. If we do that, so the y coordinate of the midpoint is 6 is going to be y1 plus y2. So how much is y1 is just y, that is a known part. Y2 is 3 divided by 2. If we solve this further, this is going to give us y plus 3 is equal to 12, which gives us y is equal to 9. So that is the ordinate that they were asking. The final answer is coming out to be y equal to 9, and that is available in option number B. So that becomes the right answer. Now, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, angle F, angle C, angle B equal to angle E, then AB is given as half of DE and things are given like that. Let us draw the triangles and understand. So this is the first triangle. This is the another triangle that we can have. Okay, let us name this triangle A, B, and C is there. Then D, E, and F is there. So there are, so angle B they equal to is they say equal to E, so we can name them like that. They say angle C is equal to angle F, so we can draw them like that. Okay. Now they say one more thing, AB is equal to half of D. They say this also, AB is equal to half of D. So if you see between these two triangles, so two corresponding angles are equal. What we can see is two corresponding angles, two corresponding angles are equal. So if it is so, then we can say that using angle axiom, two triangles are similar. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. This is what we can say. But as they say AB is equal to half of DE, so it cannot be congruent, because for becoming congruent, all the sides should be equal. All side should be equal to each other. Okay, all side should be similarly, all sides should be all equal. All the sides that are part of it should be simply equal. Okay, but that is not the case between AB and DE. AB is just half of DE. So we can say the two triangles are similar, but they are not congruent. Okay, they are similar, but they are not congruent. So it is available in the option B. They are similar, but they are not congruent. Next one. In triangle ABC, right angle at B, sine A equal to this much, then value of cos C is. So let us draw the triangle. Okay, right angled at B, as they say. So let us draw it like that. So it is right angled at B. So this is B, this is A, and this is C. Right angled at B. Now this is sine A is equal to 7 by 25. So angle A. So sine of A will be perpendicular over hypotenuse. So perpendicular for angle A becomes simply BC, and hypotenuse becomes AC. So they have given the sine A value as 7 by 25. So let us say the BC value is 7 only and AC value is 25 only. So let us name BC as 7 only and AC as 25 only. Then they are asking for cos of C. So if we see angle cos, so cos of C or cos of anything is nothing but base over hypotenuse. So base for cos C is, the base is obviously BC and hypotenuse is obviously AC again. But we already know BC over AC we already know as 7 by 25. So cos C value is also coming out to be 7 by 25. That is available in option number A, and that is the right answer. Now, the minute hand of a clock is 84 centimeter long. The distance covered by the tip of the minute hand from 10:10 a.m. to 10:25 a.m. So let us first find out how much minutes are passed between 10:10 a.m. to 10:25 a.m. How much minutes are passed? Obviously, there are 15 minutes passed. Okay. Now, 1 minute is equal to how many degrees? 1 minute is equal to, so there are 360 degrees in complete revolution, and 360 degree are covered when the minute hand covered 60 minutes. Okay, so 360 degree are covered in 60 minutes. So 1 minute will be having how much? 360 degree by 60, that is nothing but 6 degrees. So 1 minute is equivalent to 6 degrees. Whenever a minute hand runs 1 minute, it actually runs 6 degrees. Now they say uh, the minute hand of a clock is 84 centimeters. Distance covered by the tip of the minute hand from this to this. This is what we have to calculate. Now, uh, 1 minute is equal to 6 degree, and how much in minute it has run? 15. So how much degree it has run? 15 into 6, that is 90 degree. How much degree it has traveled? It has traveled 90 degree. Now what they have asked, the required length, how much distance the tip of the minute has covered. So for that purpose, we need to know how much how much circumference of a clock is covered when it travels 90 degree. So the circumference covered can be calculated as by 90 degree divided by the total angle, that is 360 degree, multiplied by circumference of the circle. Okay, sir, how much fraction of the circumference has been covered when the angle of 90 degree has been covered? So that fraction can be calculated by 90 by 360 and into 2 pi r. Okay, so let us solve this. So it is going to be 90 by 360, nothing but 1 by 4 into 2 into pi value is 22 by 7, and radius value is, see, the minute hand is 84 meter long, so the radius becomes 84. If we solve this further, this gives us 2 gets cancelled here, 2 can cut this 11, 7 can cut this 84 by 12, so it gives a 12 into 11, which is nothing but 132 centimeters. So that is the distance covered by the minute hand uh, when it travels from 10:10 a.m. to 10:25 a.m. So right answer is option number C. Next, the probability that drawn card from a pack of 52 cards is neither an ace nor a spade. Neither an ace nor a spade is. So as we know, there are 52 cards in it, and how many aces are there? So there are going to be 4 aces always. And how many spade cards are there? So they are going to be always 13 spade cards. And these 13 already include one of the aces. So if we want to count spade plus the ace card, so we have to actually count spade is equal to 13, and only 3 aces will count because one ace has been already covered in this 13. That is spade of ace of spade. So the total favorable card when you're looking for spade or ace is going to be 16. So they are asking for probability that the drawn card will be neither an ace nor a spade. So we don't want these 16 to come there. Okay, so if we don't want these 16 to come there, then our favorable cases becomes total number of cases, that is 52 minus these 16, because we don't want these 16 to appear. That gives you 36. So this is your favorable cases. Now the probability says number of favorable outcomes divided by total outcome. Favorable outcomes are 36 divided by total outcomes are 52. If you cut these two numbers, then you're gonna get it is 9 by 13. So that is the required probability, 9 by 13, option available in option number A. Okay. Now the 17, he says 3 alarm clock ring their alarms at a regular interval of 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and 30 minutes respectively. If they first beep together at 12 noon, at what time will they beep again for the first time? Okay. So this is a question of least common multiple. At the very least, whenever they will meet again, that has to be calculated. You need least common multiple only. So let us quickly do their least common multiple. We have a basic method to find out the least common multiple. Let us divide with a very small number that can divide all of them, that is 2 prime factor. So it's 10 times 25 does not divide it, it is 15. Then again 2 can work, so 5, 25 doesn't get divided, 15. Now 3 cannot divide, yes, 3 can divide one of them, so let us have 3. 5 is not divided, 25 is not divided, 3 5 are 15. Now we'll have to use 5 only because 5 is the number that can divide all of them, 1, 5 and 1. We can have one more 5 here, and then we can have reduce them to 1 1 1. So these are the factors. So the LCM can be calculated by product of all these factors into 3 into 5 into 5. If we multiply this, 4 3 are 12, 12 into 25, that is comes out to be 300. LCM value comes out to be 300 minutes. So next time they will meet after, they will ring after 300 minutes. When they started ringing, they started ringing at 12 noon. So how many hours are there in 3 minutes? How many hours are there in 300 minutes? That is 300 by 60. That is nothing but 5 hours. So they will again meet after 5 hours from 12 noon. So 12 noon plus 5 hours is actually giving you 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so that is going to be the right answer. 12 noon. They started 12 noon, so it's not be 12 a.m. It will be 12 p.m. rather. 12 noon is the time of the day. So it is not going to be 5 a.m. It will be rather 12 p.m. So that is the right answer, option C. Next, a quadratic polynomial, the product and the sum of whose zeros are 5 and 8 respectively is. So, so the sum of roots is given as, let's say the roots are, let the roots are alpha and beta. So the sum of root is given as alpha plus beta, and the product of root is given as alpha beta. And how do we define the equation in terms of sum of root and product of root is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. This is how we define an equation in terms of sum of root and product of roots. So if we use this, then we can easily find out our equation, and we can easily find out what all value does the polynomial can hold. So now let us just see. Okay, so let us put the value of sum and product together. So what we're gonna get is k x square minus alpha plus beta value is nothing but 8. So it can be, because alpha plus beta is already given out to be uh, 8 and alpha beta is already given out to be 5. So x square minus 8x plus product of the root is 5. X square minus 8x plus 5 is equal to 0. So that is what is the expression for sum of root and product of root, and the equation is coming out to be. Now, so how many values can k hold? So this is the particular expression which we are looking for, k times x square minus 8x plus 5. So let us match with the options given to us, and it matches with the option number C, k times x square minus 5x plus 8 equal to 0. So that is going to be the right answer. Next, points A minus 1y, B 5, 7 lie on a circle with center O 2 minus 3y. The values of y are. So let us quickly draw the circle. Okay, let us have the center O. The coordinate is given out to be 2 comma minus 3y. Let us have a side, a point, another a point A. The coordinate of point A is, let us say, the given by minus 1 by, and there is one more point B on the other side of the circle, or we can draw on the same side as well. That doesn't create any issue, and the value is given by 5 comma 7. So these are the two points that are given on the circumference, as they say, lie on the circle. So these two are lying on the circle. So obviously OA is equal to OB, because they are the radius of the circle. Okay, and the radius is always equal. So when we know OA is equal to AB, so we can use distance formula, which says under root of x1 minus x2's whole square plus y1 minus y2's whole square. This is what is the distance formula. So let us use this fact, and we gonna know OA is equal to OB. So we can say root of x1 minus x2 whole square that we have to do. So it's going to be 2 minus minus 1 whole square plus minus 3y minus y whole square. Okay, that if you solve this further, and this will be equal to the other side, that is OB. So it's going to be 2 minus 5's whole square plus minus 3y minus 3y minus 7's whole square. This is what it will be going to be. If we solve both the sides, we're going to get on the left hand side as 9 plus 16y squares under root is equal to under root of, this is coming out to be 9 plus minus 3y minus 7's whole square. Okay, we can cut the under root from both the sides, or we can do squaring both sides, then under root can be cancelled. So we can solve this further. This becomes 4y whole square is equal to minus 3y minus 7's whole square. If we solve this further, we're going to reach to 4y is equal to plus minus minus 3y minus 7. So we can say 4y can hold two values. If at all 4y is equal to minus 3y minus 7, then we can say the y value comes out to be minus 1. And if at all we hold the 4y is equal to 3y minus 7, so y can hold the value as 7. So there are two values of y coming with this. One is minus 1 and another is 7. So it matches with our option number B, where the values are minus 1 and 7 only. Now, given that sec theta is equal to root 2, the value of 1 plus tan theta by sin theta is. So as they say, sec theta value is nothing but root 2. So where all the sec theta becomes root 2, sec theta becomes root 2 at 45 degree. So we can compare. So this gives us theta value as 45 degree, as simple as that. So if the theta value is 45 degrees, so we can use our expression and put the values of theta as 45. So 1 plus tan theta over sin theta. Let us put the value of theta is 45, so it's going to be tan 45 over sine of 45. If we solve this further, this gives us what? 1 plus 1, because the tan 45 value is nothing but 1. Sine 45 value is 1 by root 2. If we solve this, this is going to be 2 by 1 by root 2. If we solve this further, this gives us ultimately 2 root 2. gives us ultimately 2 root 2, and which is available in option number A. So that becomes the right answer. Now, the question suggests the greatest number which when divides 12519377 15628 leaves remainder 1, 2, and 3 respectively in the cases. So the remainders are 1, 2, and 3. So let us subtract these remainders respectively from the given number. From the 1251, the remainder was 1, so the number becomes 1250. From the second number, that is 9377, the remainder was 2, so we get the number as 9375. The third number was 15628 and the remainder is 3, so we get the number as 15625. So these are the three numbers. Okay, now these are the numbers which are completely divisible by a common number, and we have to find out the greatest of them. Okay, so for that we are just supposed to calculate the greatest divisor of these three numbers, that is nothing but the HCF, the greatest divisor. So the numbers are 1250. So we have to do the prime factorization. If we do the factorization of 1250, this becomes 2 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 4 times 5. If we do the factorization of the other number 9375, this is nothing but 3 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. So there is 5 times 5 are there. Then the last number is 15625. If we do the prime factorization of this, we're gonna reach to 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. That is 6 times 5. So these are the factors. We have to find out the highest common factor. So the only factor common between all three is 5. So how many times they are common? So let us take it. This is the first set. Okay, this is one time they are common. So we can write 5 for the first set. Then we can have the another set 5, 5, and 5 we can say. Okay, so this is how we take the common part. So 2 times 5, so the minimum number out of all of them is 4. So there will be 4 minimum common between all of them. So 5 into 5, so this is what it comes out to be, and this is coming out to be 625. So 625 is that greatest number which we are looking for, which will divide these three numbers, leaving the respective remainder as 1, 2, and 3. So the right answer becomes 625. That is option number D. Now, 22. Which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? So as we know, probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of total outcomes. So the maximum probability that can be is 1 by 1, that is 1. Always the probability lesser than. So we can say the probability of an event is always lesser than or equal to 1. Okay, it can never be more than 1. Okay, because the total cases are taken in the denominator side. So obviously, which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? Whichever number out of A, B, C, and D has got more than one value. So that is option number D. 17 by 16 is more than 1. So this cannot be a probability of an event. So that is the right answer. Next question. The diameter of a car wheel is 42 centimeter. The number of complete revolution it will take in moving 132 kilometer is. So we can have that diameter is given out to be 42 centimeter. That is the diameter given to us. So the radius becomes how much? Radius becomes is 21. That is half of the diameter, 21 centimeter. Now number of revolution can be calculated as the distance traveled by the wheel divided by the circumference of the wheel, or the circumference of the circular wheel. Okay, now what is the distance traveled? It's simply 132 kilometer. And what is the circumference? Is 2 pi r. Circumference of any circle is just given by 2 pi r. So it is going to be 2 into 22 by 7 into r value is 21. We have to convert this 132 kilometer into meters. So we can write that as 122 into 1 kilometer has got 1000 meter into 1 meter has got 100 centimeter. So it has been converted into centimeter divided by 2 into 22 by 7 into 21. If we solve this further, we're going to reach to the final value as 10 to the power 5. So these many revolution will the car wheel has to take for covering 132 kilometers. 10 to the power 5 is the right answer available in the option number B. Okay, so the next is, if theta is an acute angle, tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 2, then the value of sine cube theta plus cos cube theta is, as they say, tan theta plus cot theta, the value is given out to be 2. So in place of cot theta, we can write 1 upon tan theta, because cot theta is nothing but 1 upon tan theta only. If we solve this further, so we can solve this by taking let tan theta is equal to x, because every time writing tan theta for framing the equation will be a lengthy task. So let us assume tan theta equal to x. So now this equation molds to x plus 1 over x is equal to 2. If we further solve this, is x square plus 1 is equal to 2x, which makes a quadratic equation as x square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. But this is nothing but x minus 1's whole square. That is a square minus b, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So this is nothing but the x minus 1's whole square, that is coming out to be 0. Okay. Now x minus 1's whole square is coming out to be 0, so which gives x value as 1. Our x was nothing but the tan theta, so we can replace back. Tan theta value becomes 1, which becomes 1 for only tan 45 degree. So that gives us theta value as 45 degree. Now we can use this theta value of 45 degree for finding out the value of the expression that is there. So the expression is sine cube 45. In place of theta, we can put 45 plus cos cube 45. So sine 45 value is 1 upon root 2. So we have to do 1 upon root 2's cube. Similarly, cos 45 value is also 1 upon root 2. So we have to again do 1 upon root 2's cube and then add. If we do this, this gives us 2 upon 2 root 2. We can cut the 2 part. So then it can give us simply 1 upon root 2. Okay, that is the right answer. So otherwise 1 upon root 2, 2 upon root 2. If we cut the 2 part, it gives us 1 upon root 2. Okay, but 1 upon root 2 is not available in the option. So we have to manipulate this further. So if we multiply both the numbers by root 2 and root 2, this gives us root 2 divided by root 2 into root 2, which is nothing but root 2 by 2. Okay, which is nothing but root 2 by 2, and this very option is available in the question, root 2 by 2, that is option number C. So that becomes the right answer for this particular question. So sometimes we have to manipulate the options also to exactly match with the options that are given in the question. So that's what we have done. We again multiplied the under root 2 numerator and denominator both the sides, and then we are able to achieve the options given. Okay. The ratio in which line 3x plus y minus 9 equal to 0 divides the line segment 1, 3 and 2, 7 is. Okay. So we can do this by drawing also. So let us draw. So let us say this is our line. The line's equation is given as 3x plus y minus 9 equal to 0. This is the line's equation given. And this is cutting a line that is joining 2 points. The points are given as point A, that has got the coordinate as 1 comma 3, and the other point B, which has been given as the coordinate 2 comma 7. This is already given. So if we join the line AB like that, if we join the line AB, so this is that point where it is coming, where the it is cutting. So let us have this as C and let's have the coordinate of C as x and y. So we can say that line 3x plus y minus 9 is cutting the line joined by A and B, that is line called as AB at point C, whose coordinate has been taken as x comma y. And let's say the ratio is k is to 1. Let's say the ratio is k is to 1. Okay. In what ratio it cuts? Let's say the ratio is coming out to be k is to 1. Now we can use the section formula. We can have the section formula which says we can find out the x and y coordinate of the C. Okay, the section formula says x coordinate is m1 x1 plus m1 x2 plus m1 m2 x1 over m1 plus m2, and for the y coordinate it is y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 over m1 plus m2. So we can use this formula and find out. So x coordinate comes out to be m1 is nothing but k into x2 is nothing but 2. So k into 2 plus m2 is nothing but 1 and x1 is nothing but 1. So 2k plus 1 divided by m1 plus m2 is simply k plus 1. Similarly, the y coordinate comes out to be m1 value is k, y2 value is 7 plus m2 value is 1 into y1 value is 3 divided by m1 plus m2, that is k plus 1. So they are ultimately coming out to be 2k plus 1 divided by k plus 1 for the x coordinate, and y coordinate is coming out to be 7k plus 3 divided by k plus 1. So these are the x and y coordinate that we receive. Now, so these are the coordinate of the point C, x1, x and y are the coordinate of point C. Now, see, this point C has to fall in the line. Okay, it has to fall in this particular line, that is whose equations are given there, because these particular points should lie on this line only, so they should be able to satisfy this line. Okay, so let us put the value of x and y in the line's equation because they are supposed to satisfy, because it lies on the same line. So if we put the value of x and y in the equation given, what we can get 3 times 2k plus 1 over k plus 1, that is for x, plus 7 times plus 7k plus 3, 7 plus 3 upon k plus 1, that is we have keeping it in the equation, minus 9 equal to 0. So we have replaced the value of x and y in the lines equation. If we solve this further, this gives us, let's have the k plus 1 as the LCM. If you multiply inside, we're going to get 6a k plus 3 plus 7k plus 21 plus 7k plus 3 only, 7k plus 3 minus 9k minus 9, okay, is equal to 0. If you solve this further, we're going to get 4k minus 3 is equal to 0, which gives us the k value as, which gives us the k value as 3 by 4. The k value is 3 by 4. So k is to 1 has to be the ratio as 3 by 4 is to 1, which is nothing but 3 is to 4. So the ratio becomes 3 is to 4. So that is the required ratio that was asked in the question. And let us see in which particular option it is available. In which particular option it is available. It's available in the option called as C3 is to 4. So that is going to be the right answer. Now, x minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial this, and a plus b is equal to 4, then we have to find something. So if x minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial given, then it should satisfy. The polynomial is x cube plus ax square plus 2b, and one more thing is given to us is a plus b equal to 4. This particular value is also given to us. So let us put the x minus 1 equal to 0 or x equal to 1 in the polynomial because it is the factor. So it should satisfy. So it's a into 1 square plus twice of b. Okay, and this should be equal to 0. If you solve this further, this comes out to be a plus 2b. This comes out to be a plus 2b, 1 plus a plus 2b equal to 0, which gives us a plus 2b is equal to minus 1. So let us take this as first equation. And the another equation that we have is a plus b equal to 4. So let us write that as second equation. Okay, if we solve the first and second equation, let us subtract. Let us do this. Subtract 1 minus 2. Okay, if we do 1 minus 2, then what we do get? The a's get cancelled. So we get b value as nothing but minus 5. That is minus 1 minus 4. So minus 1 minus 4 will give you always a minus 5. So there where it has come, b is equal to minus 5. So if the b value is minus 5, let us put the b values in the equation number 2. So we get, what do we get for a minus 5 is equal to 4. So a value comes out to be 9. So these are the two values we are getting. A is equal to 9 and b is equal to minus 5. Let's see where it matches with any of the options given. So it matches with the option called as option number B only. A is equal to 9 and b is equal to minus 5. That is the right answer. Now, if a and b are two co-prime numbers, then a cube and b cube are what? So we have to find out whether they are co-prime, whether they are not co-prime or something. So let us take some example. So let's say any pair of two co-prime numbers, let's say 3 and 5. Okay, let's take 3 and 5 as the co-prime number, because what are the co-prime numbers? The prime numbers, the number which have no common factor, okay, other than 1, they are called as co-prime numbers. So 3 and 5 are perfect co-prime numbers. So if 3 and 5 are co-prime numbers, we will be verifying whether the 3 cube and the 5 cube are the co-prime numbers also. So 3 cube will be 3 into 3 into 3, and 5 cube will be 5 into 5 into 5. So naturally there is no common factor coming other than 1. So obviously 3 cube and 5 cubes are also co-prime. So we can conclude the 3 cubes and 5 cubes are also the co-prime numbers. So which option it matches with? It matches with the option A, that 3 cube and 5 cube are also the co-prime numbers. So this is what is the right answer. Next, the area of a square that can be inscribed in a circle of area 1408 centimeter square is, okay. So what is the area of a circle? Area of a circle is given as, area of a circle that is given in our question is 1408 divided by 7, and that is always equal to pi r square. So there where we can calculate the r square value. R square value comes out to be 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 1408 by 7. If we solve this, r square comes out to be 64, which gives us r value as 8 centimeter. So the radius of the circle is 8 centimeter. Let us draw the figure also to make it understand easily. So let us have, this is my circle, and there is a square being drawn between the circle, and because the circle is inscribing the square, so this is a square which is inscribed in the circle. Okay, and let us assume the side of this particular circle, the circle is inscribed. So let us say the side is a only, square has got all the sides are equal, and then there is a diameter of the circle. there is a diagonal of the square, that will be treated as, when the circle is inscribed, when the square is inscribed in a circle, the square inscribed in a circle, then the diameter is actually the diagonal of the circle. Diameter of the is nothing but the diagonal of the circle. So what is the diagonal of the circle? Is nothing but 2r. What is the diagonal of the circle? Is nothing but 2r. That is the diameter of the circle. Also, diameter of circle is equal to 2r. That is the diagonal of the square. Okay, diagonal of the square. This is what the situation. Diagonal of the square is nothing but the diameter of the circle. So we can say that 2r is equal to is the diagonal of the circle. So diagonal of the square comes out to be, diagonal of the square is nothing but 2 into 8, that is 16 centimeter. So diagonal of the square comes out to be 16 centimeter. We are supposed to find out the area. There is a formula of area in terms of the diagonal of a square, that is nothing but 1 by 2 into diagonal square. Okay, this is the formula of area of a square in terms of the diagonal, 1 by 2 diagonal square. So if we use this, we know the diagonal value 1 by 2 into 16 square it is. If we solve this further, this gives us 128 centimeter square. So that is going to be the right answer, and which is available in option number C, 128 centimeter square. Let us have the next one. If A equal to this, B equal to this, C equal to this are the vertices of triangle ABC, then triangle ABC is of what type? So obviously we are supposed to know the distances, then only we can find out whether they are equilateral, isosceles, and what type of triangle it is. So we have supposed to use the distance formula, which says x1 minus, that is square of the difference of x coordinate plus square of the difference of the y coordinate. That is the distance formula. If you put the value and we are trying to find out the AB, what does it comes out to be? Under root of 4 minus 7's whole square plus minus 2 plus 2's whole square. So this is the AB value. If we solve this further, this comes out to be under root of minus 3 is whole square, that is nothing but root 9, that is equal to 3. Okay, so the by distance formula, AB value comes out to be 3. Let us similarly find the BC value, that is nothing but x coordinate squares difference, that is 7 minus 7 whole square plus y coordinate squares difference. So 9 plus 2 whole square. If we solve this further, this comes out to be under root 11 square, that is nothing but 11. So BC comes out to be 11. Let us have the third side as well. AB and BC have come. Let us find out the AC as well, that is under root of sum of the square of the difference of x coordinate, that is this, plus the sum of the square of the sum of the y coordinate difference, that is minus 2 minus 9's whole square. If we solve this further, this comes out to be under root 9 plus 121, that is nothing but under root of 130. So AC value comes out to be under root of 130. Now, as we can see that AB value is 3, BC value is 11, and other value is 1 root 132. So obviously it cannot be isosceles also, it cannot be equilateral also, because no side matches. So let us verify for the right angle triangle. So if it can be a right angle triangle if the Pythagorean theorem is completely applied. So let us have for AC. AC square is nothing but 130. And if you do AB square plus BC square, how much this comes out to be? AB square will be 3 square, that is 9. BC square will be 11 square, that is 121. And that is actually 130. So we are finding out that AC square is actually becoming equal to AB square plus BC square. This only happens in a right angle triangle. This only happens in a right angle triangle. So our triangle is nothing but a right angle triangle. That is option number C is the right answer. Let's have 30. What they say, alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic equation this, then the value of k if alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 2 alpha beta. Okay, this is the situation given. Let us write the polynomial first. X square minus k plus 6x plus 2 times 2k minus 1 equal to 0. This is our polynomial. So as they say, the roots are alpha and beta. So the sum of roots, that is alpha beta, can be given as minus b by a. Let us identify a value. A is nothing but 1. B value is this whole thing, that is minus k plus 6. C value is nothing but the whole constant, that is C. So we have to find out minus B for the sum of product. So alpha plus beta is coming out to be, B value is k plus 6. So minus B value can be k plus 6 divided by A value is 1. So it comes out to be k plus 6. What about product of the root? Product of the root is given by C by A. So C value here is twice of 2k plus 1 and A value is simply 1. So product of the root comes out to be 2 into 2k plus 1. Okay, so this is the alpha beta value and this is the alpha plus beta value. Let us put these both the values in the expression given like that. So if we do that, alpha plus beta is on the left hand side. So k plus 6, okay, k plus 6 is equal to 1 by 2 product of the root, that is 2 into 2k C by A was to be done. So this is 2k minus 1, not plus 1. It's 2k minus 1. Okay, if we solve this further, this 2 gets cancelled and we reach to k plus 6 is equal to 2k minus 1. If we solve for k, the k comes out to be 7. So that becomes the right answer. K value is 7 as asked. So it is available in the option number B, and that is the right answer. Now, if n is a natural number, then 2 multiplied by 5 power n plus 6 power n always ends with what? So let us do it by trial and error. Let us have some natural number. N is equal to 1, 2, 3. These are the natural numbers, the counting number ones. So the expression is 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power n plus 6 to the power n. If we have n equal to 1, okay, if at all the n equal to 1, it reduces to 2 into 5 to the power n, 1 plus 6 to the power 1. That is nothing but 22, which is ending in 2. Okay, it is ending in 2. Let us have n equal to 2. Okay, if n equal to 2, it becomes 2 into 5 square plus 6 square. That is nothing but twice of 25 plus 36. That is nothing but twice of 61. That is again 122. So it again ends with 2. So we can verify like that, that always whenever the n is natural number, the answers or the result are ending in 2 only. So the always ends with 2. That is option D is the right answer. Now, 32. The line segment joining the point is divided by the y-axis in what ratio? Okay. So let us have the y-axis. So as we know that y-axis has got which coordinate as 0? X coordinate is always 0. Okay. For the y-axis, the x coordinate of the y-axis is always a 0. So we can use the section formula here. If we have the section formula in the scene, that is x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is the section formula. X value is already 0. So let us say that it divides in the ratio k is to 1. Okay, so it is dividing in the ratio k is to 1. Let us draw it also for the more clarity. Okay, so this is p, this is q. The coordinate of p is minus 3 comma 2. The coordinate of q is at about 5 comma 7. This is the center value, that is where the y-axis is crossing it. This is the y-axis that is crossing it. So x value is obviously 0 here, and the ratio is k is to 1 like that. So if we put the value like that, we can get the section formula in the scene. So it says 0 is equal to k times 5, that is 5 into k, m1 x2 plus m2 x1, that is minus 3, divided by m1 plus m2, that is k plus 1. If we use this further, so it comes out to be 0 is equal to 5k minus 3, which gives us k is equal to 3 by 5. So the ratio becomes 3 by 5 is to 1, or we can write this as 3 is to 5 also. Okay, so the right ratio is 3 is to 5. That is available in the option number D, 3 is to 5. Okay, the next one. A cot theta plus B cosec theta is equal to P. B cot theta plus A cosec theta is equal to Q. Then P square minus Q square we have to find out. So let's quickly write P square minus Q square. So P square minus Q square we have to do. So in place of P, we can write the whole expression. A cot theta plus B cosec theta's whole square, that is P square, minus Q value is B cot theta plus A cosec theta's whole square. If we expand this further and open the whole square, A plus B whole square it is. So it's going to be A square cot square theta plus B squares cosec square theta plus 2AB cot theta cosec theta, and we have to subtract this with the other part, A square, that is B square cot square theta plus A square cosec square theta, plus again plus 2AB cot theta cosec theta. Okay, this is what we get. If we subtract them together, then the certain things are gone. This 2AB cot theta cosec theta can be subtracted from 2AB cot theta cosec theta. So this can be eliminated. These two terms are eliminated because they are in the subtraction form. Now, if we take the from the rest of the part, if we take the a square as common, we remain with cot square theta minus cosec square theta. Okay, that is this. A square has been taken common between these two terms. So if we take a square common between these two terms, we're going to remain with cot square theta minus, because the minus is here, cosec square theta. Similarly, if we take b square as common, we are reaching to and let us have minus in the scene so that it comes in the proper identity form. If you take minus b square common, the signs are interchanged. Okay, we have taken minus b square as common, so the signs are interchanged. So the plus one has become minus and the minus one become as plus. So it's coming out to be cot square theta minus cosec square theta once again. But as you know that it is the identity that cot square theta minus cosec square theta is always 1. This is a trigonometrical identity. So let us place 1 here. So we're going to reach to a square minus b square only. So that is a square minus b square, but cot square theta minus cos square theta is equal to minus 1 rather, because the identity is in the reverse order. This has to be minus and this has to be plus. So cot square theta minus cosec square theta is always minus 1. So rather cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. This is the identity, the reverse way. So the value of these two should be minus 1. So it should become minus of a square plus of b square. So that is ultimately b square minus a square. Okay, that is ultimately b square minus a square, and which is available in the option number B, and that is going to be the right answer. Next one. If the perimeter of a circle is half to that of a square, then the ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the square is. So let us find out perimeter of a circle is how much. Perimeter of a circle is given by nothing but 2 pi r, that is that is nothing but the circumference. Similarly, perimeter of the square is what? Is nothing but 4 times the side, and they are saying the perimeter of the circle is half to that of square. So 2 pi r is half to the square's perimeter, that is 4a. So if we solve this further, this reaches to pi r is equal to a. Now we are supposed to find out the ratio of the area of circle to the area of square. So area of circle divided by area of square, that is what we are supposed to do. That is going to be pi r square divided by a square. This is what we have to do. But as we already know, the pi r is equal to a only, so we can replace it like that. So it is going to be pi r square divided by, in place of a we can put pi r again, so it can again become pi r's whole square. So that is nothing but we left out with 1 upon pi, because the r square get cancelled. That is nothing but 1 by 22 by 7, that is nothing but 7 by 22. So the ratio becomes 7 is to 22. So that is the required ratio that they have asked for, 7 is to 22. That is available in option number D. Now a dice is rolled twice. The probability that the 5 will not come up either time is, that is what is the question. So we are supposed to find out all those cases which are not having 5 are our favorable cases. So what all cases are there? That is, all the cases which have 5 in the first dice, those are 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, and 5-6. So these are the cases which you don't want, okay, any out of them. One few more cases that we don't want is from each of the line of 1-1 to 1-6. We have a line of 1-1 to 1-6, okay, in which there falls a 1-5, which I don't want. Okay, I don't want this. Similarly, there's a line from 2-1 to 2-6. In that line, there falls a 2-5. We don't want that also. Similarly, 3-1 to 3-6. We don't want 3-5. Similarly, we don't want 4-5. Similarly, we don't want 5-5 is already covered. Similarly, we don't want 6-5. So these are the cases that we don't want. So 5 are these. Okay, these are 5 in number: 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, 4-5, and 6-5. And 6 are these are the 6 which you don't want, and these are the 5 that we don't want. Okay, so the total favorable cases are, total always whenever the two dices are rolled, the total cases formed are 6 into 6, that is 36 cases are formed. Out of the 36, whichever are not required, the 6 and 5 are not required, that is 11 cases are not required. So the 36 minus 11 gives us 25 favorable cases. So our favorable cases where the 5 is not present is 25, and always the total cases are 36. So probability becomes favorable cases by total cases, that the 25 favorable cases divided by 36 the total cases, and that is the required probability that is being asked. So answer is available in option number D, 25 by 36. That is the right answer. Now, as they say, LCM of two numbers is 2400, which of the following cannot be their HCF? So let us rely on a fact that HCF of any number should divide the LCM of two numbers completely. Okay, it should completely divide. This is a fact. HCF of two numbers of HCF of not any number. HCM of two numbers should always divide their LCM of two or more also. Okay, FCF of two or more numbers should always divide the LCM of two of those numbers completely. So if you learn this fact, then whatever is the HCF out of them, that should be completely dividing 2400. So let us verify which of them does not divide. So 300 divides 2400 completely. 400 also divides 2400 completely. 600 also divides 2400 completely, but the 500 cannot divide. If you do 2400 divided by 500, you're not gonna get the right answer as a whole number. It can never be a whole number. That will always be in decimal number. So that is why 500 is not able to divide 2400. So 500 cannot be that number, which can be the HCF of those two numbers. So that is the right answer. Option number C is right. Okay, so as they say in the figure, PA, QB, RC are each perpendicular to AC, so we can assign them as perpendicular. So these three sides are actually perpendicular. And AC, if x equal to 8, the value of x is given, z equal to 6, the value of z is also given, then y is equal to. We have to find out what is the value of y. So if you see triangle CAP and the triangle CBQ, you will notice that angle CAP is equal to angle CBQ is equal to 90 degree, because they have said these three lines are perpendicular. These three lines are perpendicular only. So each angle will be 90 degree. And also angle PCA is actually equal to angle QCB. Okay, PCA is QCB is nothing but, because that is nothing but the angle C. Angle PCA and angle QCB is nothing but the common angle. This is that very angle, and this is common to both the triangles. So this is a common angle to both the triangles. So this obviously has to be taken once, and they are equal. So we can use this angle-angle criteria of similarity, or angle-angle axiom of this similarity, and we can conclude that triangle CAP is similar to triangle CBQ. These two triangles are similar. Okay, when the two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides ratio are also equal. So we can say that BQ by AP, that is the corresponding side from both the triangles, is equal to the another pair BC by AC. Okay, so this is how we can relate the two triangles as they are similar. Now BQ and AP are already given as Y and Z, so we can write simply Y over Z is nothing but BC by AC. Y over Z is nothing but BC by AC. Let us take it as equation number 1. Now let us take two more triangles, triangle ACR and triangle ABQ. Let us take these two triangles, and we will have the same logic in this also. Like one will be the 90 degree point, the one, because one reason will be the 90 degree, and the one other angle will be common to both the triangles. Okay, so by the same logic as the above, we can again prove that by angle-angle theory or angle-angle axiom, we can conclude that these two triangles are also similar, because they have been drawn exactly like the other one. So these two triangles are also similar. As they are similar, so they will have the corresponding side ratio is also equal. So we can say BQ by CR is equal to corresponding side ratio AB by AC. Okay, but AB by AC we already know is Y by Z. So AB by AC is nothing but Y by Z. So we can say Y by Z is equal to AB by AC, or we can write it once again, Y by Z is equal to AB by AC. So we can write this as our equation number 2. We have already written this as our equation number 1. Y by Z is BC by AC and Y by Z is AB by AC. These two things we have written. Now if we add equation number 1 and 2, if we add equation number 1 and 2, what do we get? Let us scroll it down a little. Okay, if we add both of them, what do we get? We get Y by Z plus Y by Z. That is left hand side addition is equal to BC by AC plus AB by AC. This is what the addition part we get. Okay, let us do it further. So this can be written as AC as common. So it is nothing but BC plus AB by AC, the right hand side. And what is BC plus AB? If you see in the figure, BC plus AB is nothing but the complete side AC, isn't that? BC by AB is nothing but complete side AC. So we can write that this is equal to, the right hand side is equal to AC by AC, and that is nothing but 1. So this is what is the right hand side. The right hand side has become 1. So we can conclude, what we can conclude is Y over Z, rather 2 y over z plus y over z. That was on the other side. Y over z, y over x, not y over z. It is y over x. Okay, it's not y over z. It is y over x. So the left hand side, the first equation was also y over x, not y over z. Okay, so this is y over x, and the other one was y over z. Okay, other one was y over z, and then we added up. This has to be y over x plus y over z. So this is here y over x plus another part is y over z. Okay, this is on the left hand side. The right hand side becomes equal to 1. So we can take y common. We remain with 1 upon x plus 1 upon z is equal to 1. If we use it further, this gives us 1 upon x plus 1 upon z is equal to 1 upon y. We know the value of x and z both. X is given as 8 in the question, as in the given there. X is 8 and z equal to 6, so we can put the value. So it is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8 is equal to 1 over y. If we solve this further, let's take the LCM as 24. So 6 8 ja, 8 6 ja. So it is going to be 8 6 4 ja 24 and 8 3 ja 24. So it is going to be 4 plus 3, that is nothing but 7 by 24 is equal to 1 by y. So which gives us y is equal to 24 by 7. So that is the right answer. Y is equal to 24 by 7. It is available in option number D, and that is the right answer. Now, in a triangle ABC, angle A is x, angle B is 3x minus 2, angle C is y. Also, angle C minus B is 9 degree, the sum of the greatest and the smallest angle. So, if this is a triangle, then we know the angle sum. Angle sum of a triangle is 180 degree is equal to 180 degree. If we use the fact, so it's going to be x plus 3x minus 2 plus y. That is angle A plus angle B plus angle C has to be 180 degree. So, that's what we have done. So if we solve this further, this gives us what? If we solve this further, this gives us x 4x plus y is equal to 182 degree. If we have solved this further, this has given 4x plus y is equal to 182 degree. Let us make this as first equation. Now another he has given as angle C minus angle B is equal to 9 degree. So our angle C was nothing but y. Our angle B is nothing but 3x minus 2. So difference of these two has to become 9 degree. If we solve this further, this gives another equation 3x minus y is equal to minus 7. Let's make this as an equation number 2. So we have two equations in the scene, first and second, and we can solve for anything. So let us add these equation. If we add this equation, what do we get? Add 1 and 2 together. So the y gets cancelled. We remain with 7x is equal to 182 minus 7 is 175. This is what is the x value that we get. Okay, so x value can be if we have added 182 minus 7, and 182 minus 7 has given us 175, and if we have added, this is going to be 4x plus y plus 3x minus y, so it is always 7x. Okay, so x value comes out to be 175 by 7. X value comes out to be 175 by 7. That is nothing but 2 is 14, 3, 5 is 25. So it remains with uh, 25. So x value comes out to be 25. But we are supposed to find out greatest and the smallest angle. So let us find out all the angle first, as the x value is 25. So let us put this x value in any of the equations so that we can find out y. Let us put x in equation number 2. So it becomes 3 into 25 minus y is equal to minus 7. So it is 75 minus y is equal to minus 7. So y value comes out to be how much? Y value comes out to be 82. Y value comes out to be 82, and that is the y part of it. Now the y value is given, x value is also given with us, so we can find out each angle. So the first angle A was nothing but an x, so the value is 25 degree. Another angle was 3x minus 2, that was B, so it is going to be 3 into 25, that is 75 minus 2 is 73 degree. Another angle was angle C, which was nothing but y only, and y has already calculated to be 82 degree. Now he has asked us to find out sum of the greatest and the smallest angle. So greatest angle is 82, the smallest is 25. If we add, the sum becomes 82 plus 25, that is nothing but 107 degree. So that's what is the right answer. The sum of the greatest and the smallest angle is 107 degree, and that is available in option number A, and is the right answer. Now sec theta plus tan theta is equal to P, then tan theta is equal to what? Okay, let us do this. So as they say, sec theta plus tan theta is equal to P. So let us take the left hand side. What we can do, sec theta plus tan theta, let this be like this only, and let us multiply this with sec theta minus tan theta and divide by the same term sec theta minus tan theta, like that. If you do this, on the numerator side, you can see this is a plus b and a minus b, which is nothing but a square minus b square. So this is equal to sec square theta minus tan square theta over sec theta minus tan theta is equal to P on the right hand side. But as we know, sec square theta minus tan square theta is nothing but 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is nothing but a 1. That is a trigonometrical identity, as we already know. So if it is a trigonometrical identity, so it reduces to 1 over sec theta minus tan theta is equal to P. This is what it is reduces to. Okay. Now, by this we can say sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 upon P, the multiplicative inverse part of it. Okay. Now, let us name these equation. Let us have this as second equation. Let us have the first one that we wrote here is first equation. So using these two equations, sec theta plus tan theta and sec theta minus tan theta, and what we are doing, we are subtracting. Okay. We are subtracting 2 minus 1, like that. So if we do this, what do we get? If we subtract 2 minus 1, we get 2 tan theta is equal to P minus 1 upon P. Okay. So here where the 2 tan theta value comes out to be P square minus 1 upon P. Okay. And tan theta finally comes out to be P square minus 1 upon 2P. P square minus 1 upon 2P. That is the tan theta value comes out to be, and which matches with 2P. P square minus 1 upon 2P. It matches with option number B. So that is the right answer. Now, let us have the next one. 40th. They are saying the base BC of an equilateral triangle ABC lies on the y-axis. The base lies on the y-axis. Let us draw the figure. So let's have this as the xy coordinate, xy axis, x and x dash rather, and let's have this as the y-axis. Okay, this is the y-axis. They say base of the triangle ABC lies on the y-axis. So let's make this point as B, and let's make this point as C, and this is the side BC, which is the base of the triangle only. And let's create the triangle then. So let us have this as point A. Okay. Now the coordinate of C are 0, minus 3. So the coordinate of C are nothing but 0, comma, minus 3. Similarly, what else? The origin is the midpoint of the base. So this is the origin, that is O. The coordinates are 0, 0. This is the midpoint. That means OB is equal to, we can say OB is equal to OC. This is the midpoint. What else is given? No, see, if you see the figure here, if this coordinate of C are 0, minus 3, then coordinate of B should be 0, 3. Why so? Because the O is the midpoint. So as much distance you have to travel down, similar distance you will have to travel up also. So on the upside, B coordinate becomes 0, 3. So we know the coordinate of B now. We know the coordinate C also. Let us assume the coordinate of A. So A lies on the x-axis, then obviously the coordinate of y part should be 0. So let us have the coordinate as A0 for A. So these are the three coordinates that we have assumed. Now, what is the length of the BC? Okay, if you see the length of the BC, the side BC has got length how much? So 3 plus 3 is going to be 6. The length of the BC is 6 units. Now, let us find out the distance AB. Okay, let us find out the distance AB. That is nothing but using the distance formula. Distance formula says the distance is square of the summation, square of the x coordinate difference plus square of the y coordinate difference, and the sum of that is the distance. So if we use the formula, then we can have AB as a minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 3 whole square. This is what is AB. If we solve this further, this gives us under root of a square plus 9. Okay, but so AB value comes out to be under root of a square plus 9, and he has mentioned here that the triangle is equilateral. So if the triangle is equilateral, then obviously AB is equal to any other side, that is BC also and C also. So we'll use this fact, AB is equal to BC. AB we have just calculated as under root a square plus 9, and BC value we already know, length of the BC is nothing but 6 units, so it is equal to 6. If you solve this further, a square plus 9 is equal to 36. So a square comes out to be 27. Okay, so the a square value comes out to be 27. Now we are supposed to find out a. So a is nothing but root 27. That is, there are two chances. That is, one is plus 3 root 3, and another one is minus root. So let us write plus minus 3 root 3. So these are the coordinate of these are the value of a. So the x coordinate becomes, so the A quadrant has got the coordinate now plus minus 3 root 3 comma 0. So where all it matches with plus minus 3 dot 3 comma 0, it matches with, we have to find out the coordinate of B as well and A as well. So this typically matches with option number C there. Okay, A has got plus minus 3 root 3 comma 0 and B has already got 0 3 that we already calculated here. So it matches with the option C and that is the right answer. Now, the situation of amount. So there is a case study given here. The bookstore shopkeeper gives book on the rent for reading. He has variety of books in the store, stories and quizzes, etc. He takes a fixed charge for the first 2 days. For the 2 days, he takes a fixed charge, and for additional charge for subsequent day. As many days you pass after 2 days, so additional charge will be paid after every subsequent day. Amruta paid rupees 22 for a book and kept for 6 days, while Radhika paid rupees 16 and kept for 4 days. So these are the situation given. What we are supposed to do, assume that the fixed charges be X. So fixed charges are X, additional charge per day is Y rupees per day. Based on the above information, answer any four of the following questions. That is the question. So the first question given is the situation of amount paid by Radhika. The situation of amount paid by Radhika is algebraically represented by. Okay. So as you can see, there is a fixed charge as of X rupees for 2 days. So Radhika has paid has used the book for how many days? Radhika has used for 4 days. So obviously for the first 2 days, the fixed charge would have been X rupees, and for the rest of the days, so rest of the days will be how much? 4 minus 2. That is 2 days will be extra only. So for every subsequent day, you have to pay Y rupees extra. So you have used it for 2 more subsequent days, so it has to be 2Y. So this is the fixed charge. This is the subsequent days charge for 2 days. So this is the sum X plus 2Y. And how much he has totally paid? He has totally paid 16 rupees. So this is the situation for the case of Radhika. X plus 2Y is equal to 16 and it matches with option number D. So that is the right answer. X plus 2Y is equal to 16. Now, the same case study is again there. Now we have to find out what the situation amount paid by Amruta. So we have to do this. So again, how many days Amruta has used the book for? Amruta has used the book for 6 days, as they are mentioned. Amruta has used for 6 days. So for 2 days, there would have been a fixed charge of X rupees. So X rupees for the 2 days. Similarly, more than 2 and less and total 6. So 6 minus 2, 4 extra days he would have used the book for. So 4 into Y, because Y is the extra days charge for each one day. There had been 4 extra days after 2 days, so it is 4Y. So this is the total charge X plus 4Y, and that is equal to the total amount paid by Radhika is 22 rupees, as mentioned in the question itself. Radhika has paid, Amruta has paid 22 rupees. So that is the fixed, that is the total charge. So X plus 4Y is equal to 22. That is the equation for Amruta, and that matches with the option number C. So that is the right answer. Now, the same question continues. Now they are asking, what are the fixed charges for a book? So as we made the equations, the first equation that was made was X plus 2Y is equal to 16. This was for Radhika. The another equation was made by X plus 4Y is equal to 22. This was for Amruta. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay, we have to solve this. So how we can do that? Let us multiply equation 1 by 2. So let us multiply the equation 1 by 2 and subtract the equation. So if we multiply the equation 1, it becomes 2x plus 4y is equal to 32. Let us name this as equation number 3. And then let us subtract equation second from it. So let us do third minus 2. Okay, equation number third minus 2. If we do this, this brings us 2x plus 4y is equal to 32. That is third. And second is x plus 4y is equal to 22. So if we subtract, we're going to get x value as 10. X value is coming out to be 10. So that's what was asked. What are the fixed charges? The fixed charges were assumed to be x in the question. See, they have assumed fixed charges as x. So x value has come out to be 10. So the right answer is rupees 10. Now, in the next question, again the case study continues. They say, what are the additional charges for each subsequent day for a book? So we have just calculated x value as 10 in the previous question, and we had two equations. We can use any one of them. So if we use the equation x plus 2y is equal to 16, then we can calculate y by keeping x value in the equation. So it is 10 plus 2y is equal to 16, which gives 2y value as 6, which gives y value as 3. So that is what is the additional charge, 3. So that is given in the option number D, 3 rupees. So that is the right answer. Now, next, again the case study continues. What they are asking, they are asking what are the fixed charges for a book, that is calculated. Additional charge also calculated. What is the total amount paid by both if both of them have kept it the book for 2 more days? So additional amount to be paid is to be asked. Rather, total amount is asked. So what all amount they have already paid? Okay, already paid how much? Let us do it on the downside. Already how much they have paid already? Okay, so one has paid 22, another one has paid 16. So this is 38 rupees they have already paid. Now they have kept it for 2 more days. So if they have kept it for 2 more days, then additional 2 days charge will have to be applicable. So additional 2 days charge, additional 2 days charge. Okay, additional 2 day charge is 3 into 2 because the additional charge was 3 rupees. After the 2 days have been completed, the additional charge was 3 rupees. So 3 into 2, 6 rupees. For each of them, Radhika and Amruta, they have to pay 6 rupees extra each. So the total charge will be 38 already paid by both of them, plus 6 for Amruta and another plus 6 for Radhika. Okay, they both have to pay the additional charges because they both have kept it for 2 more days. So it becomes how much? 38 plus 12, that is nothing but 50. So the right answer becomes rupees 50 is the additional charge, the total charge they will be paying if they keep it for 2 more days, and that is the right answer. Now, we have a figure. The farmer has field in the shape of trapezium whose map with a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 20 meter. The field is in the shape of trapezium. The opposite vertices have been drawn. Sides are written as 5 and 10. So what are we supposed to find out? The two triangular regions AOB and COD are. So we have to find out the two triangles AOB and COD are in what uh, connection. So let us write down. So what we can see if you see triangle AOB and COD, okay, if you see triangle AOB, this one, and triangle COD, this one, then you can find out that angle BAO is equal to angle OCD. Angle BAO, this one, is equal to angle OCD, this one. Why so? Because in a trapezium, these two lines are parallel. See, lines AB is parallel to DC, and these are alternate angles. Okay, these are nothing but alternate angles. Okay, alternate angle of a parallel line, and they are always equal. Interior alternate also they are called. So these two are equal. Similarly, we can say angle ABO is also equal to angle ODC. By the same logic, angle ABO, that is this one, is also equal to angle BD ODC, that is this one. They are again interior alternate pair. So these are the two angles correspondingly equal. So these two angles are equal. So we can easily say by angle-angle theory or by the angle-angle criteria that triangle AOB is similar to triangle OCD. AOB is similar to triangle OCD. So it matches with which one? So these two triangles are equal by which particular law? They are equal by angle-angle criteria. So we have made them similar as by using similarity criteria of angle-angle axiom. So that is the right answer, option number A. Next, the same figure, the same shape, same figure again continues. Ratio of the area of the triangle AOB to the area of triangle COD. That is what we are supposed to find out. Okay, so we have a theorem that area of triangle AOB divided by area of triangle COD will be the square of the corresponding side ratio will be equal to square of the corresponding side ratio. So let us use the fact we have AB and CD value already given. AB is 5, so it's 5 square by 10 square, that is nothing but 25 by 100, that is nothing by 1 by 4. So area of triangle AOB to angle COD is in the ratio 1:4, that is available in option number B. Next, the same figure again continues. This time they are asking the ratio of perimeter of triangle OB to the perimeter of COD would have been 1:4 then. Okay. So if this is the case, so what they say, the perimeter of triangle AOB is to perimeter of triangle COD. The ratio they have given is 1:4. But the parameters ratio is in what form? The parameters ratio is nothing but the ratio of the sides only. Is similarly the ratio of the sides only. Parameters ratio is the ratio of the corresponding sides only. So AB by CD, that is the corresponding ratio, that is equal to 1 by 4. So as we know, AB is by CD is 1 by 4. So parameter is the ratio 1:4. So the AB by CD is also 1:4. So we can conclude that by using this, by cross multiplying, we can say CD is equal to 4 times AB. Cross multiplying tells us that CD is equal to 4 times AB. Where all this connection is given, this is given in option number D. CD is equal to 4 times AB. So that is the right answer. Next, they ask the same shape is again there. Now they are asking angles AOD and triangle AOD and BOC have this particular connection, this like this. So what is the result of this, or what is the outcome of this? So as they say, AO by BC is equal to AD by BO is equal to OD by OC, as they say this. So similar, so we can easily say then in both the triangle AOD, that is triangle AOD, and triangle BOC, that is these two triangles, the corresponding side ratio have been said as equal. So if the corresponding side ratio has been equal, so by using side similarity criteria, by the side similarity criteria, we can say that these two triangles are also similar. So what we can conclude out of this is that these two triangles are also similar. So triangle AOD is similar to triangle BCO, or rather BOC. So this is what we have assumed. This is what we have concluded. So AOD is similar to triangle BOC. So which option is right? Is option number B is right. Okay. So option number B is right. So that is the right answer. Next, the same shape and the same figure again continues. Now we are supposed to find out what? Okay, we are supposed to find out the ratio of areas of two similar triangles AOB and COD is 1:4. The ratio of area is given. Which of the following statement is true? Okay, this is what has been given in the question. So as they say, area of triangle AOB by area of triangle COD. This is what they have already given as 1:4. So the options are the ratio of their parameter is 3:4. That cannot be possible because the ratio of the parameter is under root of the ratio of the area 1 to area 2. Under root of that gives you 1/2. So that is not right to answer. Another is corresponding altitude have ratio 1:2. Another one is medians have ratio 1:4. So medians also cannot have ratio 1:4 because 1:4 is the ratio of the area only. So any side ratio will be under root of 1/4. So it will be always 1/2. So this is also not right. Third option is also not right. First is also not right. D1, the angle bisectors have a ratio 1:16. That is also not right because angle bisectors are only in the side unit only, single unit of centimeter only. So they again have to be 1/2 only, the under root of the 1/4. So all these options are wrong. So the B option is given as corresponding altitude have a ratio 1:2. That is right because altitudes are also in the centimeter on the not the square unit always. So this is equal to if, so we can say altitude of triangle AOB divided by altitude of triangle COD is nothing but under root of area of triangle AOB divided by area of triangle COD, which is nothing but under root 1/4, which is nothing but 1/2. So that is the right one. Altitude of triangle AOB and altitude of triangle COD are in the ratio 1/2 or 1:2 simply. So that's why we can conclude that option B is right answer.